May profits be upon you. May profits be upon all of us. We have a good week coming up. All right. We just had a fantastic, I'm talking about a pip-tastic week last week. If you made profits and you benefited from the analysis and the content of these videos, man, I want to hear from you in the comment section, because it was pips raining last week. All right. Anyways, we're looking at this week, and we're looking at gold. That's what we're looking at. First thing I want to take your eyes to is the COT report. Now, let me make this a little bit bigger. All right. The COT report shows that this past week, the big banks are 68% long, majority long, right? I like to see when the numbers are above 75%, because then I'm thinking, we have a strong bias with the banks, right? But what I noticed is they closed 769 long positions, but they added 14,548 shorts just last week. Okay. Now you can see just before Friday, the Friday's candles close, things went really bearish. So I'm pretty sure we might see either them adding more next week for the next COT report, or some profit taking. In either case, they're leaning more towards shorts, anyways. But let's break it down, shall we? Let's look at the weekly. I said the weekly, not the daily. All right. What I want to show you is, let's move you over. All right. All right. So this is the daily. I mean, the weekly. You can see that we had a great run. All right. Weeks of bullish activity. Price does the inevitable, pulls back, right? It retraces, because price moves higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low. After every impulse comes a correction, and this is always the correction. All right. Then we wait for price to pull back up. We saw the evidence here where made it changed, the market changed character there. All right. And we see that it was a bullish break of microstructure, and it gave us a signal that price is going to come up. But we are steadily testing this zone, this daily zone of, this weekly zone of demand. All right. This weekly zone, let me make sure you understand this. If I can get you here. The zone is like this here. Price comes in deep. All right. And we test again. These are all mitigations. How many mitigations can a zone stand? Not. This one has been pretty resilient. So now we are in the wick demand area, the extreme of this weekly demand. All right. Tap, tap, tap. And here we are again. But this time we had a reaction this way that led to a higher, led to higher highs being made. Not this time. We come down, we tap, we don't have this big wick, we fill that wick, and we have a little wick. It's a good rejection, but it's comparing it to these, not a whole lot, right? And I also want you to see that we did not make a higher high. All right. All-time highs here we're talking about. All right. We came up, made relative equal highs, but this did not make a new high. Let's keep that in mind. All right. If you don't make a new high, I go directly to the origin of that high. Boom. All right. This means we could be looking at a weak low, and that might be subject to attack for liquidity. All right. Price does come down. We consolidate here a little bit, swipe sweep the liquidity, and then we make a lower low. We pull back again with that correction after an impulse. We make a lower high, and we then again follows the lower low, another impulse. We have another correction. All right. And this is where we are. I like this because this is very clear to me. Boom, 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 boom. Right? Downtrend. This is on the weekly. Okay. And what do I expect here? We are in this high and we are in this low. This is the trading range. All right. We're above the 50%. Price came into the premium area, the premium prices, as opposed to the discount prices. You want to take longs from discount. You want to take shorts from premium, right? And it came into the premium section and we're on our way down. So let's go down to the daily. We can see this price action a little bit more clearly. Clearly, we have the breaks of market structure. All right. Swing to take, swing high to take the liquidity, come down. Another swing high here would come down. And we have another swing high here. And I'm looking at this low. Why am I looking at this low? It didn't make a new high. Didn't make a new high. That one's better. All right. So this means we may be subject for, it may be subject for liquidation, just like this one. And I believe price is on its way to doing just that. Let's go to the 4-hour. Now you understand why I'm targeting the lows, why I think the next expectational structure point is a lower low. After this lower high is made, I'm looking at price to come and get this. All right. Now, what we can see is that on Friday, we have all that bearishness that came in. But what I noticed is this area here. All right. Price created this low, pushed up, and then broke that low. This is a change of character. And this is what I look for to see if a pullback is ending or not. All right. As it's correcting, I'm looking for price to do this, break that low. That's exactly what it happened. That's how you get your early warning that price is about to change direction. All right. Now I believe the pullback to that lower high in this substructure here, I believe that pullback is over and we're going to target this low now. Come for the low of this demand zone. We already have our reaction to this demand zone, and here we come for the next mitigation. I'm thinking price will eventually beat through this and come for that low. All right, and this is this is the weekly demand zone and the daily demand zone nested in that weekly. This is the extreme of the weekly demand zone. That's why there's an X on that. All right, so I'm looking for price to continue lower. Now, on the open, could price come find its way up? I didn't want to use that. I want to use this. All right, could price find its way up? Any move like this, I'm letting you know right now, any move to form a bearish flag, I'm looking at as an opportunity to look for price to break a low, just like it did here, and then come back into this leg of structure and hit a zone, the supply zone responsible for that bearish leg, and come on down and take this train downtown. All right. I think we're on our way to doing that. I'm just talking about the open. It may open bullishly, maybe to mitigate this zone and then come down. All right. But I think there's a lot of momentum from Friday to the downside. We're in this demand area right here. If price takes this low, look for it to come back to the reaction. Look for it to come back to test the reaction, the extreme of the reaction here, and we can come on down. That's one scenario. All right. if price opens bearishly and just takes out that low first, look for price to give you a evidence that it may want to go higher, right? Because there's a good reason for price to come up here. All right. We have unmitigated zones well within the range. It could still be bearish up to here. All right. It could. All right. So if price decides to turn around, I would look for this scenario here. Price decides to turn around here, I will take that buy to another sell position. I will take that buy to the sell. All right, but I just understand that I'm going counter to the trend, so I'm not going to swing for the fences. This is probably be where my TP is if I take it from down here. All right, but that's the scenario I'm looking for. All right, I'm looking for this low to get ultimately ran for liquidity. And down in here, this is unmitigated, it's unbalanced. This is the only area I can see that could be used for inducement, you know, to get people to trap buyers, to come back and take, you know, price come back and take their stop losses just to mitigate this zone. So I'm looking for price to come down here, and we're going to see what the price action is when it gets here. We're going to see what the price action is once it gets here, and we're going to see what it's like when it comes here. All right, but I think it's coming there is my point. All right, and we'll see if we get a 15-minute confirmation that price wants to venture up. All right, I think this is this pullback may be over with this this change of character here. So I'm looking for price just to continue down like so. I hope you enjoyed this video. Smash the like button if you're picking up what I'm putting down. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe. Hit the bell icon to make sure you're notified of any of the updates. You'll find them in the community tab of my channel. Also, leave a comment. I want to hear from you if you did some good things last week off of the analysis. And I appreciate the love that I got in the very last video where I did the week in review. If you haven't watched the week in review video, make sure you do. The comment section was lit, and I appreciate that love, man. I really appreciate that love. I'm sincerely trying to help people get on this path and get on there right. I stumbled a lot. I failed more challenges than I can count. All right, because I wasn't ready. I'm trying to save people some money. All right, don't turn yourself into an ATM for the prop firms. Okay, if you fail a challenge, just stop, reassess, and give yourself some criteria to check off to make sure you're ready for a comeback. All right, I can help you with that. Let me coach you up. I got your back. All right, just leave a comment, leave a question. I got you. I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and do check out that video that's on your screen right now, that week in review. I'll see you in the next one.